Welcome back to the Rules of Robbins. We begin by confronting the foundational truth of human existence, the capacity of any individual to withstand a difficult, challenging present is directly proportional to their possession of a clearly defined, deeply compelling future. We do not experience life as it objectively is, but rather, we only experience the life upon which our focus is deliberately fixed. And if we fail to proactively prime our mind with this vital future vision, we surrender the steering wheel to external chaos and default to a miserable, reactive state. And the first and most critical act of true self-leadership is recognizing that the true gap between where you are today and where you genuinely desire to be is defined by nothing more than the standards you have silently accepted for your life. New theme. Most people confuse goals with standards. A goal is something you hope to achieve, while a standard is something you demand of yourself, a non-negotiable set of rules that governs your performance, your relationships, and your emotional state. And until you move the things you desire from the realm of want to the realm of must, you will remain trapped in the downward spiral of comfort and mere interest, never accessing the relentless internal power that obsession requires. This raising of standards is not motivational fluff. It is a scientifically validated strategy as proven by a rigorous, randomized clinical trial demonstrating the unparalleled efficacy of our immersive psychosocial training, which achieved an astounding 83% reduction in the clinical severity of depression among participants, with a majority moving into symptom remission within just 6 weeks, a breakthrough result that stands in stark contrast to the high rates of stagnation up to 60% seen in traditional pharmacological or cognitive therapies. The immense success of this method stems from the recognition that this is not about fleeting positive thinking, but about applied intelligence and leverage. It is the strategic teaching of how to consciously shift one's emotional and cognitive focus and, critically, how to identify and commit to the few highest values that possess the gravitational force to pull an individual out of stagnation and toward their grand vision, thereby fundamentally re-engineering their internal state. This shift is powerful because it returns autonomy and ownership to the participant, and the research confirms that the participants' enhanced engagement and improved well-being continued to accelerate for a full year after the initial intervention, proving that the training didn't just fix a problem. It awakened a fundamental hunger and sense of control that became a permanent, self-fueling psychological spiral. Now, having established this new, higher standard, we must turn to the ultimate force that dictates the application of all that knowledge, the absolute power of decision. For as the law states, it is precisely in your moments of decision that your destiny is irrevocably shaped. Existing theme 2. We must understand that a decision is not a mere preference or a vague thought. The word decision comes from the Latin root decidere, which literally means to cut off all other possibilities, demanding that when you truly decide, you commit to an outcome with such finality that retreat becomes impossible, burning the boats behind you and forcing total engagement with the path forward. This single, uncompromising commitment instantly cuts off the miserable, downward momentum of hesitation, procrastination, and self-doubt, which are merely symptoms of an incomplete or fraudulent choice, and instead channels all your mental and emotional energy into a singular, powerful current. This unwavering commitment is what immediately enforces your new, higher standard, forcing your brain to stop asking if you will achieve it, and instead focuses solely on how to achieve it, thereby protecting your momentum from internal negotiation. This lasting change is profoundly anchored in psychophysiology. As the emotional intensity experienced during the transformation, the moment you enforce your new standard through decision triggers a dramatic biochemical response, a surge in the powerful, focusing, and driving hormone testosterone while simultaneously causing the stress and fear-inducing hormone cortisol to drop precipitously, creating an internal state of intense, sustained, and low-stress focus. This process leverages the mind's own mechanism for creating lasting memory as information coupled with raw, overwhelming emotion, a principle, exemplified by the indelible clarity of tragic or pivotal global events compared to the amnesia surrounding ordinary days, writes a permanent, non-negotiable narrative into the neural pathways, transforming a mere desire into an identity and an unquestionable reality. Therefore, your strategic imperative is to apply this knowledge ruthlessly. First, raise your standards to what you demand of yourself. Second, enforce those standards through a single, life-altering decision that generates intense hunger. Third, recognize that even in the most serious pursuits, the true opposite of compulsion and exhausting effort is play. And fourth, commit to building fun into your structure, as the power you create with genuine enjoyment is a force that is self-sustaining, infinitely renewable, and will ensure that you not only achieve your compelling future, but you will sustain the unstoppable momentum required to keep you there, proving that your destiny is not found but decisively created.